and welcome back to my channel. Today is the freaking final day of Plantmas. What the heck? I know I said I was gonna do my best, but I figured at least some point along the way I was gonna have a snafu where I missed a day, or I had a video that went up like super late or something like that. But I am really proud of myself for getting this far on my Plantmas journey. I have absolutely loved creating all these videos for you. I think it's been a really great exercise in like working out my creative video making muscles. It's like when an artist, I don't know, I only know this because I went to art school, like my brain thinks like this, but like when they make artists do a bunch of like really quick sketches to like just practice the muscles, use the muscles and get like kind of the juices flowing. I feel like this has been a long exercise in that, which I think has been very useful and insightful for myself. And yeah, I feel really good about it, and I'm proud of myself for being here and working so hard on it. That being said, I am going to be taking the rest of December off, giving myself a break that I desperately need at this point. As much fun as it has been to create so many videos, it has been a lot of work. I've been working on like multiple videos a day for pretty much the entire month of December without too many breaks, and so it's just been a lot. And so I'm gonna give myself time to relax and rejuvenate, and I will come back in the new year ready to go and to do more plant things with you. I hope that's okay with all of you. I hope you all have an amazing holiday period, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. I hope you take some time off over the like winter period to reflect and just kind of sit with the end of the year and experience it and reflect and just be proud of what you've accomplished this year. And even if you don't feel like you've accomplished much, you got here, and getting to this point is an accomplishment within itself. So I'm proud of you, and I hope you can be proud of yourself as well. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy the sort of Christmas period. But that is not what this video is about. It's not just a reflection of me talking for 20 minutes, as you have seen by the title and the thumbnail. This is a December favorites video. Woo! Before I get into my favorite plants, I just want to say, if you are new here and you don't know me already, I feel like this was a really weird intro for that, but if you are new here and you don't know me already and you just listen to that and you're really confused, hi, my name is Emma and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. And so if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos, and subscribe to my channel. If you're not new here, this probably made a bit more sense to you. It's done now. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video as well. I really freaking struggled picking my December favorite. I really struggled. I think a big part of it is because I have been showing you my plants so much throughout this month. Typically, when I'm doing 3 videos a week, which is still a lot of videos, like, you don't see my entire collection all that much. But because I've been talking so much about my plants, I feel like I've spoken about most of these things or shown them within the past month. But I don't care, they're my favorites. Here we go. The first thing I am like super excited about is kind of 2 plants together, which has gotten me excited. So I have had 2 of my anthuriums that are inflorescing at the minute. So this is my Anthurium forgetii, and I genuinely don't think I can lift my crystallinum up at the same time because it's so freaking heavy. This is my crystallinum, and this is my forgetii, and as you can see, they are both inflorescing at the minute. Woo! And the forgetii went into the male stage a little bit earlier than the crystallinum, and so I have been putting the forgetii pollen onto the crystallinum flower I don't necessarily think it's gotten to the female stage yet. Like, I haven't seen it do the sort of female stage sticky sap kind of thing, but I've just been rubbing them together, honestly. Just like touching them to each other in hopes that the pollen will rub off and it will stick enough to pollinate this one. I also did take some pollen from the Forgetii and put it in my fridge so that I can like use it if just rubbing them together hasn't worked, if this one does go into the female stage at some point later. Hopefully I don't miss it because I'm going to be going away for a couple days at Christmas, but like, we'll see. I'm hoping it works. If not, that's fine. I don't mind, but if it does, I will be very pleasantly surprised. I mean, y'all can see this leaf. It's like perfect. But I'm not going to talk about this leaf in this video because that was last month. That was my November favorite. This month I'm excited about these being potentially pollinated and potentially being able to grow some Crystallinum Forgetii white stripe berries, because that would be super freaking fun. So I've been enjoying that and like checking them every day to see how they're doing and whether or not they are inflorescing more or less, or if there's more pollen or what. I think I'm kind of at the end of this Forgetii one. I feel like it looks like it's pretty spent at this point, and it hasn't been producing pollen every day lately, but like I've just been rubbing them together. I don't know if you can see this, but it feels kind of dirty, but like whatever. I am pollinating. Hopefully it's working. So yeah, that's one really exciting thing. I think this one's actually also going to be putting out another flower soon. Like that there looks like it's going to be another flower, which is exciting, I guess. Like maybe if the Crystallinum doesn't go into the female stage properly, I can use the pollen that I have in my fridge for the other flower of this one. So I have options. I don't think the Crystallinum is going to flower again, but we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with them. It's just an experiment that I'm giving a go, but I'm enjoying doing it. I used to never think that I wanted to pollinate anthuriums. I was like so not in that mindset for quite a lot of the year, and I feel like now that I've got my Crystallinum to a point where I'm like obsessed with it, I just want to see how else I can help make that plant grow. So that's really exciting. Another one of my big favorites this month, I haven't like really talked about it much. I think I talked about it in my December updates video, but it is this jungle cactus. So I got this from Claire when I visited her a few weeks ago, and I swear like the entire plant was about this level. All of the leaves were pretty much at the same place, and I immediately put this in my IKEA cabinet, and I think the light that it was getting in there just like forced it to zoom and just like put out these really, really long, I don't know if they're called leaves or what, but it is just absolutely freaking loving life, and I am so like astounded by the growth. It also has amazing root growth in there. Like look at all of those roots through the entire thing. It is so rooted. So this was in my Millsbo for a while. I've actually recently put it in my Rudsta because I got little magnetic shelves to go in the back, because there was like a bunch of space at the top that I wanted to fill in with like small plants like Hoyas and stuff, and my jungle cacti. Claire calls it a head of hair cactus. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to look it up. That's one of the things with like jungle cacti and succulents and stuff. I'm not familiar with them as I am with like philodendrons and monsteras and stuff, and so it's definitely a new whole realm of things that I need to learn and kind of memorize. But I'm really excited for it. Like I've said it a lot, but I think I'm really getting into trying more things in 2023 and experimenting a little bit more, because I feel like I've gotten decent at the plants that I have, and I've started to be able to grow a lot of them quite well. And so I want to do a bit more experimenting and trying new things and learning and pushing myself this year with maybe some plants that I've struggled with a bit more in the past that I want to try, or trying new things like these sort of jungle cacti. And so this is definitely one of my favorites this month. It has, like, I just can't believe that these have grown. Like, basically that's what it looked like before, and it's grown all of that in just a couple weeks. So it has grown like crazy, and I'm very, 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 very excited about it. The other, I actually have 2 jungle cacti on this list. The other one is my new Mistletoe Cactus, which I have currently in a hanging pot because it's hanging from one of my tension bars with the mother lights on in my bedroom, so it's getting a lot of light. And this is one that I got in a recent video, in my cowls unboxing video. It's a Mistletoe Cactus, and I got it because it's named after, like, mistletoe, like it's a Christmassy plant. But I think this is such a cool one. It just, like, it kind of exponentially grows, if that makes sense. Like, each tendril will put out 2 or 3 little more tendrils, and each of those will put out 2 or 3 more tendrils, and it just kind of goes and cascades out kind of pom-pom style and grows so well. And I'm hoping that this one likes my home. I've got it, like I said, in my bedroom, so it's not super humid. Sorry, I'm pulling out little bits of dry stuff that I didn't notice before. But I've got it in my bedroom, so it is not getting the most humidity, and it is an epiphytic cactus. Jungle cactuses are epiphytic, so it can, like, take in moisture from the air to keep itself hydrated. So maybe in there's not the ideal place for it, but it's where I currently have room for it. I suppose I could bring it in here and just, like, do that or something. I had it hanging down here a second ago. Like that. But it's not getting as much light there, and I don't know if I like it like that. So I have options. Nothing is permanent. I can move around things whenever I like. But I am really, really, really enjoying this one, and it's just so soft. So yeah, I'm really, really feeling the jungle cacti at the minute. That's kind of where I feel like my head is going. And I think it's just because they're a bit different and interesting and weird, and something that I've not really, like, stepped into that much, like, in the past 4 years of me doing this. But I'm just very excited about having it and watching it grow, and that's why it's one of my favorites this month. Oh god, this one's a heavy one. So I don't know why I keep picking the freaking biggest plants ever. And ones in pond too, which make them exponentially heavier. But this is another one of my favorites for this month. This is my Philodendron Gloriosum, and oh my goodness, do you see this leaf? Ah! It's just like, it is so much bigger than the one before it. I mean, it's really hard to tell. You really can't tell from here. But I promise it is, and it's still hardening off. It's not completely solid yet, and it is just, it has just grown spectacularly, and I wasn't really expecting it to, because I've been having doubts about whether or not I've wanted to keep it in the spots it's in, but I think I finally actually decided that I do like it there. And I did talk about that a little bit in my most grown plants of 2022 video, because I would call this one of them. It's so freaking heavy, but it is just absolutely stunning, and it just reminded me why I love my Gloriosum so much and what kind of got me into it. And even though I'm kind of tired of crawlers because they take up so much freaking space, I'm really, really enjoying watching this one grow and mature into, like, a proper big plant, especially since I got it when it was, like, so tiny. Like, I can't even show you how tiny it was. It was like this big down here. But yeah, it has just grown so much, and this leaf has really solidified for me why I have it, where I have it, and reminded me that I really do love this plant, because for a while I was not feeling it anymore, and it felt like it was taking up a lot of space and not doing much, which I don't have tons of space, so I can't really afford to keep loads of stuff that's taking up space and not doing much, but it has since reminded me that I love it and popped out this beautiful new big leaf for me, and so I don't need to worry about it anymore and stress about it, and I can just love the heck out of it because it is so freaking beautiful. Like, look at it. I'm just feeling a lot better about it now than I have for a while, so taking time to appreciate it again has been quite nice, and I get to look at it every day because it lives in my bedroom, and I can just wake up and stare at it, and it's beautiful. And then last but certainly not least, I have this one. Oh my freaking goodness. So this is one that I have been very much so wanting for a while. This is a Philodendron Code 69686, and I know it's a bit sprawly. I have very recently put it onto this moss pole, so it will take a moment, but I'm pretty sure it's already starting to grow into it. Like there, it's definitely already starting to grow into the pole, which means hopefully I can get some bigger, better leaves on this plant. But I got this one, I think at the very, very beginning of this month, or late last month, and I finally was able to put it on a pole this month, and I feel like it is really, really, really liking it, and I just love these leaves. They're so strange and alien and funky, and I do have a tiny 69686 that I got from the plant swap that's not, let me see if I can pull it out. It's not like lobed yet, this one. But I'm so excited for this one to lobe, which it will eventually, but I'm kind of glad that I have one that's lobed, because I wanted one that lobed, because that's kind of the point. And maybe I'll grow that one into one that does lobe eventually, but having one that's pre-lobed, that's not the right word, but it's the word I'm going to use. Having one that's pre-lobed is really, really nice, and I get to enjoy these leaves kind of from the start. I have it just sitting on top of my red stuff here, getting some light. I don't think it gets tons. I should probably put it in a space that gets a little bit more light, but what's grabbing me? Oh, it's Synapsis. It's grabbing the back of my head. But yeah, I could put it somewhere with a little bit brighter light, but at the same time, I don't have tons of spots, so I'm gonna take what I can get with it, and I think it's a happy plant, and I'm just excited to own it and see if I can get it to grow nice and big and strong and happy, because it is like, it's just so cool. I don't have words for it yet. I think I've just been really enjoying admiring it and looking at how weird it is, because I think it's really weird and cool, and I love it so much. So yeah, that's that. I feel like this was a very short favorites video. I mean, I know it was, because I showed like 5 things instead of what I would normally do as like 10, but I genuinely think it's just because I've been talking a lot about my collection recently, and I feel like there's things that I would have wanted to show that I have shown a lot recently, and I didn't want to just like keep repeating myself over and over again, because I feel like I have been a bit repeaty lately. That's what happens when you want videos from me every day. No, I don't blame you. It's okay. So yeah, those are my favorites for the month of December. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed Plantmas. If you did, please let me know down below, and it can be something that I could potentially do again next year, because it's a little bit of fun, isn't it? Like, why not have a bit of fun with it? So yeah, if that's something you want to see from me, do let me know, and I will keep that in mind for next year. I've had an absolute joy of a time doing this and making all these videos for you, like I said, and yeah, I'm going to take a break now, and I will see you in the new year. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next year. Bye!